Hi, fire signs. This is going to be your messages for the week ahead. Okay, I've decided to concentrate on the week ahead rather than weekend messages. So it is two cards for each of you. Okay, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Plus, we have a Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield. I've pulled one of those cards for each of the signs, and we'll have a quick look at the card that's at the bottom of the deck. So starting, in fact, with the card at the bottom is the Page of Pentacles. So, the Page of Pentacles is a good card, okay? Pages, as we know, can be messages coming through. And Pentacles, it's to do with, our material world. The things that we can see, we can touch, we can taste. Things that are real, not to do with people's feelings and emotions and, communication. I like the Pentacles because it's more concrete. So some of you this week could be hearing some news in regards to your finances or your work. It may be for some of you, you'll get a pay increase. Some of you, it could be a promotion. For others of you, it may be that you've applied for a particular job and you may hear some good news in regards to that. For others of you, you may be waiting on hearing news about something financial, and this may be the week that happens. For others of you, it could be in terms of moving home, okay? So there's lots of things that the Page of Pentacles can relate to in your life. Now, starting with Aries, you do have the Ten of Swords here, okay? But we do have it with the Chariot. Ten of Swords, we know, is harsh energy. Tens are endings of cycles. So this is something that's already happened, Aries. You will be aware of this. It's not something that's going to take place this week. The fact that it is a 10, as I said, suggesting that this is coming to an end, but you still may be feeling the remnants of this energy. Now, the Ten of Swords can be harsh because quite often it can talk about a group of people. It can be one person or it can be a group, but somebody or a group of people that you may have thought you could trust, or you may have thought were your friends, when in actual facts they've actually let you down, or they've spoke harshly about you. It can talk about gossip, horrible things being said. Now, it can be that these things have been said behind your back. So then consequently, you feel very let down by this person or this group of people. And it literally feels as though you've been stabbed in the back. But the Chariot is the success card, the victory card in the majors. And it talks about forward movement. So moving away from this. Maybe having an opportunity now to move away from these people. As I always say with the Chariot, head and heart have got to be wanting to go in the same direction. And then victory can, then you can have victory and success. But this week, Aries, I think you're going to find there's going to be a shift. It may be with that Page of Pentacles that you may hear some positive news. And it may be for some of you that this news is going to remove you, is going to take you away from whom has been responsible for that Ten of Swords energy. Your Whispers of Love message. Love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. So listen, whomever has said nasty things about you, Aries, or whomever you feel that Ten of Swords is talking about, don't let them cast a shadow over yourself, okay? Don't let them doubt who you are. Don't let them make you question, whether you are lovable, whether you are a nice person, whether you do have a good heart. Because the Ten of Swords energy, that says more about the person responsible than it does about you. Moving on to Leo. Now, Leo, you've got the Hermit and you've also got the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands is defensive energy. It can talk very much about having been through some conflict. And, you've survived that. You've got through it. You may have a few, as I call them, battle scars to show, but you survived. And this time round with the Nine of Wands, you're ready. It's forewarned is forearmed. The thing with the Nine of Wands is now you know that there could be some more hurdles to get over. There might be some more conflict in the future, but this time round, you're ready for it, okay? The Hermit, enforced isolation. So it can talk about soul searching, reflecting. If you've been through this Nine of Wands energy in terms of having gone through something that's caused conflict, arguments, maybe a timeout is needed. Maybe a bit of reflecting, a bit of soul searching is needed. It may be for some of you that you've chose to go in hermit mode, so to speak, in regards to a particular relationship in your life. How, you may be choosing not to communicate with another individual at the moment. And the reason I kind of say that with confidence as well, because your whispers of love message is actions speak loudly. Express your love through your actions. Now, I kind of feel that message is not talking so much about your actions, Leo. I think it's talking more about the actions of another individual. And I kind of feel as though for a lot of you, you've kind of reached this point. And when I talk about a relationship here, it doesn't have to be a personal one. It can be a friendship. It can be a work relationship. It can be family. We have relationships with many different people in our life. So, apply this message to the relationship that you feel it fits, okay? And don't ever make the messages fit your life. They either fit or they don't. But it kind of feels as though you've reached a point in a particular relationship where you do feel, you know what, now I want action. Actions speak louder than words, as the saying goes. And, I'm gonna kind of cut myself off for a while. I don't really want to communicate with you because the words end up, meaning nothing. I want to see action. And until I see that, I'm not going to be prepared to get into more arguments and battles with you. Moving on to Sag. Four of Pentacles and the High Priest. Now look, Four of Pentacles, that can be a message that suggests that you need to watch your finances at the moment, that you need to keep hold of them, okay? Don't spend so much, or don't be so quick to loan money or give money to other people. It may be that there's somebody around you that is financially trying to drain you. Somebody that is constantly asking to borrow money from you, but you never get the money back. Now, the Four of Pentacles as well sometimes can talk about somebody that is holding back their emotions, their feelings, is not opening up. Somebody also may be playing their cards close to their chest, okay? Now, the High Priest it can talk about a mentor. It can talk about a spiritual figure. But there's two keys in front of the High Priest that can also talk about unlocking the truth. When we unlock the truth to something, it gives us freedom. And with that Four of Pentacles there, holding on to something, okay? So look, maybe unlocking the truth to something is going to bring freedom in terms of finances. I kind of keep coming back to this and feel that for a lot of you, somebody has been a bit of a financial drain. And it may be that the reasons they have given to you for wanting to borrow this money may not actually have been completely true, okay? Or what they've been doing with the money may not be what they've actually told you, okay? So that may be the case. Now, for some of you, see, the High Priest can also can be the card to do with marriage, okay? So maybe for some of you with that Four of Pentacles there, it's a completely separate message in terms of saving up to get married, okay? I feel that that could be something that's of significance to somebody as well this week. How you may be holding on to your money and trying to save up in order for a marriage. But the other aspect with the Four of Pentacles is after the Four of Pentacles, we get the Five of Pentacles. And we know the Five of Pentacles can talk about financial hardship. But it can also touch on being on the outside looking in. So if you are holding on to your finances, but you're in a situation where really you need to spend, because sometimes we need to spend in order to improve things. Sometimes we need to spend our money. We don't want to, but in the long term, it will be to our benefit, okay? So, take that into consideration as well. It's a difficult one here because I feel some of you have got to watch and tighten the purse strings. But for others of you, it may mean that you're going to need to open the purse strings. If the Four of Pentacles is talking about, for some of you, holding on to your feelings and emotions, it may be that this coming week is going to be to your advantage to try and open up a little bit. Now, your message from Whispers of Love. Physical touch is important. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. So, physical touch, okay? Is it you that needs that this coming week, Sag? Do you feel that you need a hug from your partner or a close friend, whomever you feel close to? Or is it somebody around you that is needing that? Like I said with the Four of Pentacles, somebody may not be opening up emotionally, but they may very well be in need of a hug or some form of physical touch to show them that there's somebody around them who cares about them and who is supporting them. The High Priest as well, as I said, a spiritual figure. Some of you may be connecting more with your spirituality. Some of you may feel that you need to connect with a spiritual figure. There's many, and the High Priestess, the mentor, it can touch on higher education and learning for some of you as well, okay? And when we learn new things, it does bring freedom as well, okay? So education may be important. Okay, fire signs, that's your messages for the upcoming week. Have a great week, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.